our 286 computer. Uh, was it DOS 5.0? It was called Gorilla. And you had to put in the velocity and the angle of which you were, and then you threw an exploding banana at the other gorilla. You tried to hit him. And then Nibbles, of course, Nibbles, the snakes going around, and you ate the numbers to make your snake got longer and you couldn't run into yourself and stuff. The old DOS games, man. Well, like everything was DOS games back then. What was Return of the Triad, Shadow Warrior, Blood. They were all kind of like Doom clones, but yeah, kids in their Fortnite. You got it. They're spoiled. What's funny is like, what are their kids gonna have? You know what I mean? That they're gonna say, you don't know what it was like to just have Fortnite. Yeah, Doom was definitely a game changer. Doom 2, yes. We used to play a lot of we used to do dial-up between each other's computers. We would network play with dial-up. Just call your buddy's computer. We had like little tournaments for Duke Nukem 3D. Duke Nukem 3D was a lot of fun,
Man, kids these days don't know what dial-up even was.
right? Yeah, what is dial-up? Yeah, we used to play Diablo, Command and Conquer, Warcraft. Uh, we didn't do a whole crap ton of Doom. I mean, we kind of solo played that. But yeah, Duke Nukem 3D was the one that we did like multiplayer of more than anything.
For me and my buddy, it
Yeah, yeah,
was
yeah. Then you start
always
doing LANs for the RTSs. Exactly. I built a LAN
for me and
way
my
back
buddy,
then.
it was always fucking Diablo and Diablo 2.
Oh yeah, yeah. Once Diablo 2 came out, then it was like, oh man, Diablo 2 was such an upgrade to Diablo 1. Still a special place in my heart for Diablo 1 though.
Oh
Mainly for the
yeah.
nostalgic purposes and stuff. I remember the first time coming across the butcher. Oh, it was
Oh,
terrifying.
fresh
Fresh
meat.
meat. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I set up a LAN and had all my. I had like 3 or 4 computers set up, and then my one buddy brought over his laptop, and we would play Warcraft. And some of them didn't really play much, so they didn't have a whole lot of idea. They were just kind of getting started.
Right.
And the one dude, he just kept one wisp alive, and he kept just hiding it all around the map so we couldn't finish the game. Like you just go over like I used to just build ballistas out the wazoo and just go in and just mow over their forts and stuff. And then he would get out like one wisp, just hurry up and get it away, and he'd start rebuilding down in the corner, and he'd have like 2 little things like a farm and whatever, and he's just making a barracks. And he would move his wisp out, and I'd come in and destroy that. And it took me like 3 hours to beat him because he just kept one wisp alive. Those were the days, fun stuff. Now it's just so easy to online play. I think there's
Me,
still
I was
some. Oh, go ahead.
I was never really a huge fan of like the StarCraft and Warcraft and that shit, the real time strategies.
They weren't. They're still not my favorites. I played them, but they weren't like I liked more the first person shooters and stuff. You know what I mean? And I've always been a big action RPG guy like this, and like to me the modern day of this is like Dark Souls. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm a huge Dark Souls fanatic.
think we got into talking about Dark Souls before.
Probably, I would imagine so.
Because I kind of remember telling you that 1 and 3 were amazing. Wasn't a big fan of 2.
Oh yeah, well, two's the bastard child. But the reason it's got a special place in my heart and why I like it so much, I recognize that I don't know how to say it. Again, it's the bastard child, right? It's a little bit different. Um, but to me, it's one of my favorites because I had bought Dark Souls, the Prepare to Die edition, and
Right.
I had never played Dark Souls before. So that was just the first Dark Souls with all the DLC content. So I'm like, okay, I'll give this a whirl. It looks pretty cool.
Really?
And still not at 11. But I started playing it and I really didn't take to it. I couldn't quite figure it out and everything. I'm like, it's just it feels sluggish. It feels weird. I don't, and I okay, whatever. I just put it on the back burner. To heck with it. Whatever. It's just another one of those games I bought and it's in the archives, and I'll just probably never play it. And then my buddy Wicked is like, "Oh, you have Dark Souls." I'm like, "Yeah, but again, felt a little clunky, a little slow." He goes, "Ah, you got to get Dark Souls 2. You got to get Scholar of the First Sin because it's got the updated graphics and this and that, and it feels a little better and blah 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 blah." I was like, "All right, I'll try it." So I got it, and he played through it with me. We co-opted and jumped into each other's games, and because I was able to figure the game out, and I had him holding my hand through it a little bit to get going. It was one of the best
Oh,
action
fuck.
RPG experiences
Forgot
of my
about
life.
this. God damn it.
And so he got me hooked on Dark Souls, man. But I do understand why a lot of people say they hate the second one. I get it. There's a lot of content in the second one though, like a lot.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a good game, but it's not really a good Souls game, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think it is, but there are some annoyances about it. If you were to go through and play that co-op with somebody, like pull somebody in your game that you know, like play with a friend, you'd probably have a way better time with it. One is still probably ultimately my favorite just because of the world design and everything and the way stuff went and interconnected and whatever. Gameplay wise, probably three, but the most at this point nostalgic and whatever one of the most appreciated ones is actually two, but that was because of my experience, and that's my experience with Wicked, him getting me going on it and everything. But again,
Right.
I do understand. Like I've gone back and played all of them. I can't even tell you how many times I've played through all those games. Um, it's funny. Like I was never a PlayStation guy ever. I was kind of anti PlayStation. I hated the controllers. Couldn't stand the thumbsticks being beside each other. I was an offset guy for the Xbox. I didn't like them side by side. And we had finished up, I don't know, all the available Dark Souls. Dark Souls 3 wasn't out yet, so we had played 2 and 1, and I think we were back to playing Destiny, and I'm like, man, I wish there was more Souls stuff. And he goes, well, you should check out Bloodborne. They just came out with a game called Bloodborne. It's the same guys that do Dark Souls. I'm like, huh? And I went and checked it out. I'm like, this looks really cool. It's like, I'll be right back. I went up and I bought a PS4 and I bought us both a copy of Bloodborne. Come home, I'm like, all right, let's go, man, let's do this. And then I fell in love with the PS4 controller. But PS2, PS3, PS1, can't stand those controllers. But the 4, phenomenal. Love it. Matter of fact, if I'm using a controller on PC for certain games and stuff, it's a PS4 controller. I don't even use my Xbox Elite anymore. I haven't pulled that thing out in quite some time. I got it here somewhere.
God damn it.
Is it in here? It's somewhere. Where is my? Oh wait, it's over by my consoles. It's over there. I guess for the sake of just having something on here, let's do some screen schools.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Thank God. Fuck.
Where are you?
Game says,
Where are you? Are you in 6?
yeah,
Or 8? You're in 6.
6. And game says, now do it again.
Yeah.
Dude, you game.
Let's see what you got. Take a peek at your inventory. Did you get your sword pretty early, just out of curiosity?
Sword was $12.59.
Okay. I got mine fairly quick. What was mine? Probably something similar, maybe a little less. Oh, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 20 seconds. I had mine, I guess it was a little quicker than I thought.
Of course, walk right into him.
Naturally.
Oh, thank you. Of course.
Well, they gave me a pretty rough go of it a few times. There's a handful of those in this seed.
God damn it. That red dirt nut wasn't too bad that time.
How's your combat coming on them? I wasn't paying attention.
Slowly.
Still working at it. I'm
Yeah.
pretty. Sometimes I'm a little overly aggressive with them, but I noticed there for a while, like you were kind of hugging the bottom wall or something like that, and just kind of pointing down and waiting for
Yeah.
them to come to you or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get more comfortable with them over some time.
Come on, guys. Come here. I think they're on to me. Got him. Sure, you can take my max keys. I only need one.
Right? I kept running into those rooms like, crap! Oh wait, it doesn't matter.
Don't even need to bother with the trying to push the block there. Is there a... No. Closest thing would be a ferry. Ow! You fucker! I wasn't ready. Yeah, sure, why not?
Just curious if I could just do
Come on.
that. Easy, Pete.
Golly.
Right, I'm just curious. We're already screwed up now. Alright,
Golly. Yeah. That's what I figured. This room wouldn't be nearly as bad if it didn't have those BMOs.
Yeah, I hate that room. I absolutely hate that room. I not that the BMOs hurt too bad, but depending on what's in that room with that, it's just too much to dodge, and I always just end up getting pummeled. And the BMOs bump you into other stuff and everything else. All right,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna flip my stream on pause here for a minute. Please put it on a BRB.